Hey guys, this is your fiery friend the Inferno Man here, and if you're into games, you're right where you need to be. But before we get into it, if you like the content that I put out there, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit me up with a like, or even better, subscribe to me. It really shows that people do care about my content. Now, if you have questions, comments, stuff you'd like to see played or discussed, you can @me on Twitter or chat directly with me as I stream 2 to 3 times a week on Twitch. A visual link for those are up on the screen right now, and I will have direct links in the details below. And today we're coming at you with another small video today. Mostly this is not really a major one for a couple reasons. One, if you saw my stream last Friday, I was trying to put forth the effort to really try to make my way to Mythic. Because I'd realized, again, I've said this before on stream, I don't care too much about the ranks, and I'll explain why in a little bit. But the thing that actually happened was, even though we didn't quite make it, over the weekend, I actually did make Mythic. That was the one thing that shocked me, and I was really super happy about it for about a day. And then when I woke up the next day and I went back to play and realized that this is not quite the top yet. If you guys don't know how the system works, basically, once you actually get to the Mythic rank, you'll see, of course, there's a little percentage that shows you, what percentage of you are among the rest of Magic Arena. And if you do manage to make it beyond that, then of course you're ranked into the top 1,000, where you actually get a specific number of your ranking. But here's the thing. So after I went through all that trouble, and then I kind of got it, and I was super happy, I kind of kept sitting there going, okay, well, now what? Do I really want to keep grinding? As you can see on screen right now, we're only a couple days away until they reset the ladder anyway. So you kind of think to yourself, well, does it matter at this point? Which leads me to another thing. First off, for those of you guys out there that have pulled it off and are happy and you want to keep grinding, good for you guys. I'm happy for you guys. If this is something that you'd like to do, more power to you. For people like me that like to play this game, I'll say I can be semi-competitive, but I'm not really a pro player. In fact, I don't think I haven't been to an actual tournament in, what year is this now? It's 2021. Ugh. It's been actually 20 years since I've actually been to a tournament, and it wasn't even like an actual Magic sanctioned one. We're talking like, your local friendly neighborhood game store one. In fact, that game store, I realize, doesn't even exist anymore in my town. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, does anybody out there actually think that the ranking system is fair? Do you think that the ranking system should be changed? And if so, what would you change it to? I will go so far as to ask those of you, how many of you who are watching this video have actually made it to Mythic? And how did you feel? Were you happy? Were you frustrated that now you have to grind even further? Were you just content? Or were you more like me, where you kind of just were happy for that hot minute and then realized, well, I don't really feel like I have a drive to go further? Don't get me wrong. If this is something that you like to do, if you like to be a competitive individual, then again, I will tell you, keep going, have fun with it. But as for me, I guess I kind of just settled and realized, I proved to myself that I can make it there. And that was pretty much the reason why I kind of pushed myself to actually grind the last couple weeks on streams. Is in the early part of me making content, I kept advocating that ranks don't matter, who cares, I'm not really a big person when it comes to the ranking system. And after I finally have shown to myself that I am capable of making it to at least this level, I guess I kind of will go back to my stance of it doesn't really matter. Mainly because the ranking system is still not perfect. And if you've seen it before, anybody who grinds hard enough can make it here. So to a degree, I can understand why Wizards kind of has a hard time trying to do balance between trying to make the system partially skill and partially time. I'm saying time mainly because if you have a meta deck that you picked, and as you see right here, I put together one, I'll show you guys on screen right now. The deck right here is the one that actually got me to Mythic itself. This was the one I played in best of one. From a statistical analysis of how this game is played, if you get any of the meta decks, or even some decks that are close to that, we're talking the tier 0, the tier 1, and sometimes even the tier 2s. If you just play the numbers correctly, statistically speaking, just about anybody can still make it up to that level, assuming, of course, you do get matched up to the right decks that you're fighting against. But the reason I want to bring this video into perspective is anybody out there that is trying to do it but gets frustrated, don't feel discouraged. if a person like me is capable of doing it, any of you guys can do it. And I'm putting up on screen right now, as a reminder, this is all you're getting for rewards if you just make it to Mythic. You can see on the screen right now, that's really all I'm getting. I'm only just getting an extra 1,000 gold, some 2 extra special or not so special card styles, and 5 more packs. Big whoop. I honestly don't care. If you saw my beginner videos on, how to build a collection way back, I just told many of you guys the same thing. Just make it to platinum. You'll get more or less the same thing. The only difference between a platinum player and me now at the Mythic rank, I just get a slightly larger amount of packs. But that is it. There's really nothing else going on. But again, this is not to discourage those people that actually do want to try to fight their way up the ladder. If you want to do that, that is more power to you. I'm not telling you again, don't do it. For the players at the bottom who want to get to this level, now I can tell you as a person who made it there himself, is it worth it? Well, that really depends on how much value and how much time you're willing to put into grinding. That's all. But otherwise, that's all I got for you guys. Guys, what do you guys think? Do you think the ranking system should be changed? I personally think it should be changed. I'm honestly, however, thinking right now, though, I don't know immediately off the top of my head how I would want to change it. But I think the way it's structured is geared more towards, and this is again with many ranking systems in many games, the longer you grind, statistically speaking, the more likely you can make it to this level. If you're a casual player, you probably won't make it unless if you get really lucky. But overall, don't get discouraged. It is just an arbitrary little icon. You're just going to get some more random rewards. And it's not even that many more. But overall, that's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry this video wasn't very long. For those of you guys that are curious, I am going to make more deck techs down the line. Right now, I am in the process of making some other content that is non-match related. So hang in there, guys. And of course, with Kaldheim coming out over this weekend, I will be, of course, streaming that. And of course, we'll be making some new deck techs that are going to be budget related. For those of you that don't want to spend the rares and mythic wildcards, don't worry. All that stuff's coming down the pipeline. But okay, aside from that, guys, again, thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if I helped you out. You learned something, or at least I entertained you. And until next time, just remember that no matter what you do in life, always remember to burn bright. Later.